It's the coming of the time and the timing of the truth. It's the rhythm, not the rhyme. In a rhyme I once called youth. It's the ticking of the clock and the beating of your heart. Made the music rock and roll before the music lost its soul. That led to riches, little match girls turn to bitches who can glitter and outshine their useless time. And the poor that scored it big time, turning rubbish into headlines. Can they outdo every slaughter in their It's the rhythm, not the rhyme. In a rhyme I once called youth. It's a ticking of the clock and the beating of your heart. Music rock and roll before the music lost its soul. It's the dreams that lit your dark when the dark stole all your light, and the lightness of your step are but steps that lead to night. It's a coming of the time and the timing of the truth. It's a rhythm in a rhyme that I called youth. It's a coming of the time.
I will remember the times of our spring, the moments that youth played a role in our hearts. I will caress these moments that we have always shared, deep within our hearts. We will age gracefully and majestically together, even as time tells us that it is time for one of us to depart. The memories that I have for you will never be diminished, made less of, or forgotten. For you, my darling, will occupy a hidden place in my heart that no one else will enter or break apart. For you, my dear, hold the key to me. You are the straw that stirs the drink. You are my everything, my dear, you always have been, forever and ever, until time has no meaning and the streaks on your cheeks I wipe gently away. For there are no tears to be shed, though more must be said. Ere we rest our heads upon our bed to bid adieu to the night and hello to the day. A Thomas poem. forever, my love. Katalist,
Hey, Cat. Nice to see you.
good to be seen.
So how's it going today?
I just did a little bit of work. I watched the guys tear apart the pool and drilled and picked up a lot of heavy stuff. Ran up the side of the wall with a huge bucket of stuff like they were antelope.
Yeah, super Mexicans.
Yeah.
I should know that.
Well, not just Mexicans, just hard workers. I really enjoyed watching them, actually. So, Katalist, what have you been up to?
Lately, trying my best to help my grandmother. That's been the biggest thing so far. The main change of my location. I mean, you know, the location where I'm staying and the things that I'm doing lately. To trying to slow down a little bit, trying to make things a little more simple in my life to be able to help her out. That's about it right now.
It's admirable. What's involved with taking care of, how old is your grandma? I guess my mom.
You know, I'm not at 70. Probably somewhere close to 70. I usually don't keep up with numbers that well.
Is that old?
I wouldn't necessarily call it old, depending upon what you're capable of doing. You know, some people, they can be, you know, 21 and they seem far more mature than most people that I run across in the streets, you know. But then you got the people that are like your mom, that she still has that young spirit, you know, she has that vitality, you know, they get up and go and it's not over till the fat lady sings kind of thing.
Yeah. So where have you been hanging out in the city? I remember when you were a little kid, September 30th, 2008. That was a long time ago. I think I changed your diaper once or twice, but I haven't seen you much since we lived on some place.
Yeah, I've been around actually. Been, you know, I come by here once in a while when I'm passing through, usually from either Van Nuys, you know, in general terms, San Fernando Valley. Been to like Compton, Long Beach, maybe LA. Just kind of make a little loop-de-loops.
Loop-de-loop.
You know, kind of run in circles, which most people say is not a good idea, but, you know, so I haven't acquired much by doing so, but I feel great.
How's Compton? They tell me that's a real rough town.
Yeah, it's a rough town depending upon who you know, I guess. I've always been lucky to find the ones that either respected me or they had people that respected them enough to where I was basically off limits. I guess that's the best way I can say it. So, but there were those times where I did have to defend myself, which not too proud of, but that's the way life is. Though, you know, life is hard. Life is not the world is not a safe place as I used to think.
How's your grandmother doing, you said? I got a bad memory, so excuse me if I ask you once or twice the same question, because I'm almost 70 now.
It's okay. It's okay. I understand that. Yeah, I do it too, and I'm only, 30? I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but, you know, so I understand that. So far, taking her on her walks and make sure the dishes are clean, trying to help her cook, you know, helping her get out of the tub when she needs help. So a lot of things that have to do with the physical aspects, because she can deal with her own personal like finances and paperwork type stuff. It's just the physical parts that I'm working on now with her.
Good. I'm glad you're a stalwart grandson.
Well, thank you. I guess I should feel pretty good about that.
You're welcome. Now, I'm not going to say you're welcome a lot, because I know there have been a lot of thank yous said, but it just shows appreciation.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't mean to have that start up when I told her you don't have to tell me thank you all the time. But then after, you know, I guess she didn't see what I was trying to say. It was just tell me thank you for the same exact thing. Like, I told her, if I fixed the light yesterday, you don't have to tell me 2 days later, oh, thanks for fixing that light. It's like, you know, I appreciate it. I mean, the comment, but, you know, one thank you is usually enough, well, at least for me. You know?
Yeah, never put down a thank you. I guess that shows appreciation. Let's see, your sister, how's my sister doing, your mother?
Yeah, she's, still has a that, what do you call that? I guess you could say dream of music, the arts. She always had I guess you could say like a affinity for being a part of the art world, you know, the social happenings of people, you know, and right now she's in Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, Las Vegas.
Wow.
The perfect place, you know?
Sin City. I ain't been doing any sinning. I've been living a very monastic, hermeneutical, isolated type of life for the past 20 years. I think this is year 2009, I'm going to come out of retirement. Christopher, I'm going to publish most of my creative work this year. I'm going to put it into the world. $1 billion back.
You go all over the world.
The Adventures of Slim and Sappy. I've already gone global, Christopher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm promoting a lot of independent musicians on MySpace.
I like that.
And Sweden. Got Irja Geminer. Sweden. South Africa. Andre DeLange. Canada. Jason K. Roy. Idaho. My good friend Gonzalo Arzamendi. And New Jersey. Michael Palmieri of the Electric Alligator Ensemble. They've been friends of mine.
It's pretty cool names, huh?
Cool guys. They got a real hip channel. This is my #1 channel out of 9. That's not to say I visit all of the 9. Maybe 4 of 9. That's good enough for me. But I heard that you had a young lady named Erica who joined me the other day.
You're not talking about my ex-girlfriend.
Your ex-girlfriend joined me the other day. No hanky-panky going on, though, now.
Well, hey, watch it.
All right, I'll watch it. 'Cause you know how these girls are.
Oh, well, you know.
They come across real nice and sweet. Next thing you know, they enter your pocket. They want to see how deep your pockets go. And next thing you know, I'm broke as a skunk. I hate to say that about them.
Yeah, that's why I try not to say anything bad. But in general, I would have to say that most men already know that. I think so when we say those type of things, it's just, you know, it's what do you call those? It's just something to kind of give you like a spot to start from, I guess. You know, and just say something and like, yeah, my wife, you know, she does the same thing yours does, you know.
Christopher, are you giving me some good advice?
Right now?
Yeah.
Ooh, I really couldn't say that. Because, if on women, it depends on how you say it and when you say it.
I've stopped looking at the rascals.
So
I've stopped looking at them, Christopher. You know, I'm too old. I just give them a quick glance and I'm off. You know, if they look twice at me, then I say, Immediately I say, there may be a possibility. Then I realize I'm getting to be an old man. You know, I'm closer to 70 than I am to 20. I'm closer to 70 than I am to 50. You know what I'm saying? Of course you know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Christopher, I figured out a way to make $1 billion on the global market off my first film.
I'm all ears.
You're all ears. You think I'm going to tell you the secret?
Oh, I hope so.
I'm not going to tell you. I'm just going to give you the parameters of it. See, what I did is I've done everything. Film. I did a film for every week of the year. 52 films. I'm sorry, 65 films. I gave them some extra. Then what I did is I publicized my own work. Because I promote myself. Ain't nobody going to promote a guy like me. I got my own people, you know. Mother Reaver, Ergelt, Dad Hilton, MPS. All those heavyweights on YouTube. I said, look, all I want you to do is tell your 10 friends, to each one tell 100 friends, because all of them got thousands of subscribers. Come watch my film, just the first time. And they'll do it, because I've done it for them. I've commented on their videos. Understand?
So the parameters is the YouTube phenomenon.
Yes, the YouTube phenomenon, because what it is, ain't no money coming out of YouTube unless I allow my site to be overly advertised by Google, which I'm inclined to do. But why do that when I can keep all the money coming in my pocket? Give it to the people who help me.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah. And then I say, well, look, if you like what I have, then I have some external websites, about 9 of them, global, and you can subscribe to that for $1 a year. I'll make it $12 a year. And then I sell my poetry through those and my books, and just talk about the films I've done. and get some of them revoiced. And there you have it. Release them in the theater. No cost. Of course, I got to pay the musicians.
Yeah.
And the talent. It's not bad.
Yeah, but you know, there was a movie called The Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
It went to the theaters, the silver screen, and they only spent something like $13,000 or $14,000 on it with their own portable camera.
Wow.
And it wasn't the greatest movie I ever saw, but they did make it suspenseful at the last like maybe 30 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Was actually pretty impressive on how they went about doing it. 'Cause,
Wow.
it was the first time anybody's seen anything like that on the big screen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a...
Well, they got a lot of people waiting for him. They like my little brown fedora for some reason. Little brown skin. I said, well, I got to figure out some way to get this old 60 or 70-year-old guy into Sweden, Denmark, Amsterdam, Germany. Got a whole bunch of Brazilian people that are interested in old hum.
In Brazil, you got pretty women.
Oh, yeah. Now you're talking my language.
Oh, so that's where you're going, huh?
That's
Oh, I see.
a straight line to Brazil. No more of those cold places like Denmark and Sweden, Norway, and Finland. I'm going to Brazil. They got a welcome mat stretched out for me from here to Hollywood, and all I got to do is show up. Now, what I gonna do, Christopher? You got to forgive me because sometimes I stutter because I forget my words and I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. You got to set me straight.
Sounds like you're talking about me. We trade places.
I'm starting to seem like you. I'm starting to seem like you, Christopher. You know? I mean, here you live in a cushy life, got a nice swimming pool, you have a garden around here, cut the roses, trim the trees, pick a couple lemons, go talk to Erica. I've got you surrounded by 3 beautiful women, Christopher, on Global Hum Thomas.
And all I have to do is be there.
All you have to do is drop by and be there, or be gone, Catalist.
Oh.
Did I call you Christopher or Catalist?
You know, Christopher is my government name.
Government name.
You know, Katalist, you know what I'm saying? That's my MySpace
Nice.
profile. That's, you know, Katalist.
Why'd you pick Catalyst?
For several reasons. For the fact that seems like that I never end up with anything at the end of whatever the scenario is, but yet I do have an intrinsic value that I get from all this stuff. A lot of hard-learned lessons, don't get me wrong, some of them are very miserable, but I was able to change my own mindset and make myself satisfied with the life that I'm living. And because usually when I come to somebody's life, they're always so happy for me to be there, and I help them out in some way. But usually, so I usually depart and, you know, usually move on to another, just say, project, I guess, human being that hopefully we can, you know, get that symbiotic type relationship. But originally, that's why I came up with it, because that's the way things seem for me, you know, in my own small understanding of what's going on in the world.
Now, Christopher, you've used 2 words that I have no idea what they mean: symbiotic and intrinsic.
Well, intrinsic usually is something that's from within. You know, a lot of people have the external pleasures, you know, fancy car, you know, 4 or 5 women, the respective millions kind of thing, which don't get me wrong, they all sound great to me, you know, but at the same time, the intrinsic part is from doing things like helping out a family member and not expecting much back from it, or anything at all sometimes. Or, I guess the best thing I could think is when I went and I helped people that I didn't even know on the street, you know, or stopped for somebody that's crossing the street and I stopped my car and let them go by, even though this car is coming up behind me, about to hit me from the back, and cars flying all around. It's like, you know, I feel good to know that that's what intrinsic is. And then the symbiotic part 2 of that is, it's a little bit more complicated, because it's like one hand washing the other, you know?
I hear what you're saying.
It's I don't know if anybody's ever seen Star Trek. They had that kind of stuff in there. You know, have you ever seen that?
I don't watch movies.
Okay.
They put me to sleep. I like music, though. I like listening to music.
Music? Well, you know what?
Yeah.
In a way, that's the same thing. The composer or the artist, whatever you want to call them, they make the music, and then you buy the music. So they make the music that you like, and then you buy the music, which gives them money in their pocket. So that's a symbiotic relationship. You know, I'm not too sure if it's completely even, but it definitely is a symbiotic relationship.
I see. Well, Christopher, you have much to teach me. And I'm sure that this is one conversation which will be going on and on as long as I'm still kicking around.
Oh, it'll go on until that big ball of fire up there kicks the bucket.
Well, it's not going to do that, at least not while I'm here.
Oh, me either. I'm not worried about it.
Christopher, it's always a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Give me a hug. All right, brother.
Good
Hey,
to see
my
you again.
brother and my nephew.
Well, I'm your brother in the guise of odd. I mean, in the eyes of God, and I'm your nephew as by blood.
All righty, Christopher. Well, this is your world. I'm just passing through.
All right. Farewell, Thomas. Or should I say, Cat?
Dad Hilton, MPS. Dad Hilton, MPS. Otherwise known as